Drafting the Magic features the thoughts and opinions expressed by Christian Ilton, Eric Pessolano, and today's guest, and do not in any way reflect the views or opinions of the Walt Disney Company or any of its subsidiaries.
Back after it, episode 54. I'm feeling good about things. I know you gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps there. You'll be all right.
3 in a row we've lost, so this is a big one coming in, but it's going to be a fun one. We've kind of got a different take on this one. We're talking about those main character moments on the attraction as a guest, like what you feel when you're like, oh man, I'm the center of attention. Whether you like it or not, Disney's going to make you the center of attention. And we're going to talk about some good ones in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of attractions out there where there are good storylines, but you're just witnessing the story. You're not really part of it. This one focuses strictly on those attractions that put you in the middle of all the action, and not just watching what's happening from afar. So kind of a cool concept. I think it's a little tough. I don't think the list is extremely long. So we'll see how we handcuff ourselves this week.
Yes, you talk about seeing things from afar. Well, in the last round of today's episode, we're going to a galaxy far, far away. We will get to more on that later. But before that, Eric, we haven't done it in a while. We got to talk about the shirts that we are wearing.
Hey.
Check out the Main Street Dudes on Instagram. You're going to go to cornerofmain.com to check out all of their content. You can see the shirts we're wearing up on the screen right now. Even producer Carl wearing one right now. Are you having trouble finding something to wear to the parks? Don't worry, we've got you covered, literally. Find subtle, fun, Disney-inspired designs over at cornerofmain.com. Eric, these shirts are sick, dude.
First of all, we had an ad read.
Yeah, we did.
It.
Yeah, we did.
That's one thing. Yeah. No, not only are they sick, because the designs are great, and you got one. We have another one that we're not showcasing right now.
Yeah, producer Carl's actually wearing it.
Oh, does he have it?
It is on the screen as well, or well, it was on the screen, but we don't have him on the screen yet. We're working on it. We're gonna see what we can do.
But not only are they awesome, but these are comfortable, man. I put this on for the first time right before we jumped on, and I am like,
it's fantastic.
I've got relax.
I've got the Pirates of the Caribbean nod. Eric is wearing the Peter Pan nod. Carl is wearing the Tiki Room nod. That one might actually be my favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a bit, and we're going to circulate these around. Make sure you go over and check out the Main Street Dudes, again, cornerofmain.com. But find them on Instagram. Great stuff over there. And Eric, before we get to our guest judge, we have to make sure that the people at home like, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok. I was going to mention another one, but I don't know if there's another one. Just follow us wherever you can. Go on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. That's where you're watching the show. Otherwise, you can't see me doing this. If you're just listening on the podcast, you can't see me doing that. You're missing out, people. Make sure you're following us, like and subscribe. Now, Eric, what should we do next?
Well, I see two of us.
Chaos.
We need someone else. We need someone else to help with this process here.
Heck yeah, let's bring in our guest judge. And Eric, we are so excited to welcome Ryan all the way from the East Coast because we're talking Walt Disney World on the show. Ryan, welcome in.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Hey, we're glad to have you. Before we get into the deep dive of what we're doing today, tell us about you, how you fell in love with Disney, and of course, where people can find you to see all your love for Disney.
Sounds good. Hi, my name's Ryan. I fell in love with Disney. I would say my mom started me very young with the Disney VHS sing-alongs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm one of those kids. And then my parents took me to Walt Disney World for the first time when I was 5. And I've spent a lot of birthdays at Walt Disney World, a lot of trips there. I'm actually going there with my family next month. So I've just been a huge Disney kid from the very beginning. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Ryann Chanel, so RYANNCHANEL, and then 31. And then that's me. I post about Disney, Star Wars with a little bit of K-pop, and then also Formula One. So pretty much everything, but mainly Disney. So yeah.
That's an awesome bucket.
We got a sports fan in the house. Formula One. Oh, we love it.
Formula One.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
love
indeed. And Eric, I mean, she's already professional. She's spelling out her Instagram handle. Like she knows what she's doing.
marketing 101.
Well, today, Ryan, we are talking about the some of our favorite Disney attractions, but the attractions that really make you feel like the center of attention. This is your main character moment that Eric teed up for it. And Eric, we were talking about this. This is again a niche. I don't care how it's pronounced. I really don't care. But we were talking about it. It is this is a very specific thing, but it's actually a pretty cool one.
Yeah, we were saying that the list isn't very long of attractions that kind of put the guest as the center of attention for the story. So, my list to select from is not very long. When I was thinking through things, I could be missing some things, but I don't think I am. But it's kind of debatable, right? So Ryan's got a lot of work to do here today to
Mhm.
judge whether or not the pick is actually valid once we get there. It could all be, subjective. So we'll see how this goes.
Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be. I guarantee you, I'm gonna forget stuff, man.
There's gonna be a lot of you and I politicking to prove why the pick is valid. I can
Yeah,
tell you that.
absolutely. I've got a couple in my head where I'm like, yeah, that's. I mean, obviously you're the center of attention, but Ryan's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. That is not at all the center of attention. You are just another guest on this ride. So this will be fun. This will be fun. I'm excited for it. And Eric, we've got two big rules. Number one, we have to have experienced. We have to see this. We
Of
have to
course.
feel this. We have to know what this is about. But the other one is specifically for Ryan. And I don't know if we've ever done specific
I don't
rules for a
think,
guest judge like this.
yeah, I don't
So
think we
Ryan
have.
should feel very special about
I
this.
feel very special.
She mentioned it when she was telling you about what she loves. We have to do a Star Wars pick because Ryan is such a big Star Wars fan. If you go on her Instagram, you're going to see
Sure.
lightsabers everywhere. There is also K-pop stuff. I will admit, I've seen that, but there's a bunch of lightsabers and it's on the wall. But like you mentioned, her shirt, Star Wars. Carl's wearing Star Wars back here too, so Carl is super excited for this episode. But we're doing things a little different though, Eric.
Yeah, so we're gonna build up some anticipation here because normally we're like, oh, in your first three picks, you gotta do, or your first pick has to blah blah. No, we're gonna reverse the script here. Your last pick must be a Star Wars centered attraction. And I know there's only three of them. So it's gonna be interesting to see which ones. And since I'm picking first today, I'm going to get the first selection out of the
Yeah,
Star Wars
ridiculous.
attractions. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, ridiculous. I'm somehow trying to figure out how Kilimanjaro Safari can be a Star Wars ride. Anyway, let's get to it, Eric. This is episode 54. Your main character moment on a Disney World attraction. We've got Ryan as our guest judge. Eric, which is on the other side of the screen. Eric has the first pick. Here we go. Let's draft it up.
This is hard. This is very hard. I have a list of okay, we don't talk a lot about how the sausage is made around here, but I will say I always try to come up with a list of at least 10 selections, at least, right? Because that means Christian can pick five, and then there's five left for me. That's kind of how I think about this. My list has nine. But I only need nine because I'm picking first, right? So I'm guaranteed to get five. But I literally could not figure out a 10th. So that's why I say this is hard. And not only is it hard, but do I go with how it makes you the center of attention, or is it quality of attraction that puts me over the top? We don't know. Ryan's going to let us know as we go along here. But my number one pick of attractions that put you in the middle of the action, make you feel like, you're the main character, or maybe I should say you are the star, is Tower of Terror at number one. That's where I'm going. They
Interesting.
literally tell you in the queue.
It's true.
In tonight's episode,
Wow.
you are the star. Give me Tower of Terror at number one.
Dang, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I could hang on to that for a couple. Eric's not going to think of that, and he nails it. He hits a hole in one on the first try. Ryan, what do you think of Tower of Terror going here in the first round?
Honestly let me see. Okay, fun fact. This is gonna shock everyone. I haven't been on Tower of
Hey,
Terror.
we love it when that happens. We love it. We love it. That's so funny.
Now, the reason why I will say I am unfortunately a member of the motion sickness club,
Yep.
so that's the reason why. But I will say from live streams and everything that I've seen, I agree. I think that's good, especially from what I've seen. Because like I've always sometimes I just want to like get in the queue just to see it and then just leave at the last minute.
Do it.
But I honestly think they've just done such a good job with honestly like making the star or you feel like the star. So I think that's a good pick. I do. Plus Hollywood Studios is my favorite park, so
Oh,
That's a pretty good help as well. We have had multiple times on this show where we've chosen an attraction and somebody goes, "Oh, I've never been on it," or "Oh, I don't
okay,
like
that
that
makes me feel
because."
better because I was
No,
like,
you are
oh
not
no,
alone.
you're
I
no.
not. You're
promise
not
you're not,
alone.
Ryan.
That's
But
that's
the
the fun of
funny
this.
part is the last time this happened, Eric doubled down and chose another motion sickness ride, and he still won the episode.
He
So
did.
You
this
never
is
know.
this
You
is
never
not
Don't
know.
know.
this is ridiculous. By the
As
way.
Christian and I found out, this is not the end of the road for me, even in a little bit.
Oh my gosh. A good pick though here. Going with the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror here in round one. And now I get to go round one, and I am going to go the exact opposite. And I've been thinking about I can totally hang on to this later, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take an attraction where if you got motion sickness, don't worry. You're not moving. You're just sitting in your chair. But the worst thing that could happen, or maybe the best thing that could happen, is if you become that guy. Give me Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor here in round one because they subject out multiple guests, right? It's not just that guy, but if you are that guy, you're going to be the center of attention for the entire attraction. But give me the comedy club that they randomly put in Tomorrowland because yeah, that's the future. There's nothing really dumb about that. I am, what can I say? I'm a sucker for taking attractions that are totally going to get pulled in the next year or two. And there's no shot Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor stays in Tomorrowland once Monsters Inc. Courtyard or whatever they're calling it out in Hollywood Studios opens up. But Eric, give me the that guy moment, or even any of the other moments, when, especially if like a little kid gets the boo part of the story. That has got to be the coolest little thing. Give me Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor here in round one.
All right, last night when we were trying to figure out what we're going to do for this show, Christian texted me and I quote, "When we say attractions, you mean like all attractions?"
100%. That's what I was
And
thinking.
my first thought was he's talking about Monsters Inc. Laugh
100%.
Floor. So I knew you were
100%.
going there.
Yep.
I knew
Yep.
it.
100%. I love that. I love that show. It is the best. Ryan, what do you think of Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor going up against a big Tower of Terror here? But I mean, pretty spot on making people the star of the show.
Right. Honestly, when you were telling me about the topic, the first thing I thought of was the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Hey, that's a
So,
good sign. That's a good
and then
sign. But there's
also,
nothing like
Tomorrowland is my favorite Walt Disney World park land. So, and I will say, I didn't go on it my last trip, but I went on it the time before, and it's honestly just a classic. Like, if you just want to sit, take a break, kind of like the People Mover, it's like a nice comedy, but you also do feel like the center, and you also might want to be picked, might not want to be picked. I'm
That's
always
true.
hiding, so, but I think that's a good pick.
Sometimes it is not great to be picked in that show. So
Yeah.
when they're like, "Oh, this ugly guy," and it shows, you're like, "Hey, wait a second,
Right.
I did my hair today." Anyway, it's
And
funny.
and they show a picture of
Right.
me. They show a picture of me even when I'm not there. Yeah, that's um no, good pick here at number one. I like
I'm
it.
happy about this pick. I'm glad I got it. Anyway, Eric, round two.
All right, round two. Here we go. The biggest way to make somebody the center of attention or the center of the show is if you let them control the whole thing.
Oh,
Why
man,
not?
I was thinking about this.
And you know how competitive I get. And I'm
Oh,
all, oh, you went
this is
different.
not where I thought
You're
you were
thinking
going.
different.
I was thinking something else. But yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Nope, I'm going to my all-time favorite interactive attraction, even out here on the West Coast. I'm taking Toy Story Mania, man. You want to talk about being the center of attention? You're literally making the thing work. So
Yep.
I'll take Toy Story at number two.
And give me the moment at the very end when I find out that I'm the best in the car. Oh,
Heck yeah, man.
come on, man.
Oh yeah.
You walk off that ride telling everybody, or maybe that's just me, and that's why my family doesn't talk to me anymore. Anyway, Ryan, what do you think of Toy Story Midway Mania going here? It is in your favorite theme park out in Florida, but we do also have it here on the West Coast. What do you think of Eric taking Toy Story Mania here?
Honestly, that did not come in my head, but that's a really good one. Honestly,
Mhm.
I love Toy Story Mania. I'm so excited to get back on it last or like next month because actually the last time I went on it was my first time ever going on it because like when I was younger, my parents kind of didn't know what to do with like the kid in Hollywood studios back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they've like progressed with it, I cannot wait for them to get on Toy Story Mania. Like honestly, you are the center of attention. It's so good. It is very competitive, and I can't wait to get back into my competitive self for it. So honestly, good pick. And it's in my favorite part. So yes,
That's pretty good. That ride does divide families. I mean,
it does.
like,
Friendships are broken.
like, like I'm not gonna. I'm just saying, like, if I'm on that with my mom, I'm not like, oh, hey, mom, I'll let you win. Nah, man, we're just
No,
smoking you. All right, like
it's
Part. Mm-mm.
that's
it's
what
me
we're
against
doing.
the world every time I go on there. Yeah.
Even worse, my wife. She's very good at the game, so I really hate it when she beats me. But when I win, I feel so good. But now I'm on going on it with my 3-year-old son, and I'm like, buddy, you ain't winning this, all right? We're gonna
You're gonna learn some hard life
I'm gonna
lessons.
skunk you on this, dude. Here we go. Anyway, that's a good pick here in round two, Eric. Love Toy Story Mania. Probably one of, if not my best or my favorite rides, especially for the interactiveness
Mhm.
plus the competitiveness. I love it. Um, but I'm going to go with a different attraction here in round two. And I'm going to go to my favorite theme park of all time, which is not Hollywood Studios. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm
That's
going to
okay.
Epcot. Um, there's a lot of stuff in Epcot, right? Frozen, Ratatouille. I hate Ratatouille. That's fine. I'm sure the 2D thing is going to make it so much better. I just hate 3D rides. So, anyway, that's not important. Not as anything. But when we're talking about the future, tell me a moment that makes you more feel like you're the center of the show than when we're talking about your future. You literally get to build Spaceship Earth and press all the buttons to make it about your future. That is the spotlight on you or the person next to you. And I hate it when I don't get to be the one choosing. So maybe this isn't the greatest pick, but I love picking all the things like, yeah, I want a monorail and I want a closet that can dress me and all these dumb things that shouldn't be in there anymore because Project Tomorrow is so in the past. But until then, it makes you the center of attention, Eric.
Gosh, I was hoping you were gonna say Mission Space because she probably hasn't been on it. So that's what I was, yeah.
That's I'd rather go on Tower of Terror.
Me too, because I don't even ride Mission Space anymore.
Yeah, it's not great.
So I will go full disclosure here. I thought about Spaceship Earth, and maybe this is politicking a little bit, but I didn't even consider that part of the
Oh,
attraction because it's just right on the intro part, right? It was something to fill the time as you're going up the hill into the,
and
into
down
the
the hill.
geosphere and going down. And but everything else on that attraction, you're watching the progression through time, and it's not really you. But
All right, then. Fine.
like I said, you got to do some work on some of your picks, and you did the
Mhm.
work. So we'll see what
Yeah.
Ryan thinks.
There is moments where I just say, hey, this is about me. This is about me. Anyway, Ryan, what do you think here?
Honestly, I think I think that's a pick that somebody wouldn't pick, honestly, but like it still makes sense. Like I think that's a good pick. Like you did your research, you dived in. I feel like some people would do basic ones, like, there's the ones that everyone picks, but
Hmm.
I feel like that's a good pick, honestly. That's one that's vintage, classic. I like it.
If I'm making sense, then it's a first for everything. So here
It
we
makes
are.
sense to me.
Anyway,
So
They did. I guess he does tell you to thank the Phoenicians.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. He says thank the Phoenicians. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. The whole story's talking to you. Anyway, anyway.
got to do the work.
Usually I'm like, hey,
Got
let's
to do
get
the
on all
work.
the thrill rides. Today I've gone on a theater attraction and basically a theater attraction. So Spaceship Earth here in round two for me. And that turns us into round three, Eric.
Okay, I know what I want to do with my third and fourth pick and my fifth pick. Um, but the question is can I get these next two? So I have to like figure out if I wanted one of them, which one do I want? Okay. This one I think puts you at the center of the story a little more than the other one that I want.
Oh,
So I'm going to go with this one because when you are a pawn in somebody's scheme, I think that firmly puts you in the middle. Christian, let's go to our attraction that's about to get ripped out of the face of the earth here in January. I'm taking Dinosaur.
yeah.
You as the guest,
Doubling down on the motion sickness thing. Here we go,
I
folks.
I will because well, and again, I don't know the degree of motion sickness. He
That's
could
true.
have been on it, might not have been on it. I don't
Mhm.
know. But from an attraction standpoint, I would say, you're the middle of the story. You're being used to go back in time and retrieve something. So I I got to go there at number three.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And that's making me think about like how quickly Test Track would have gotten taken on this if it was the first iteration of Test Track.
Yeah,
Because like nobody likes
you're the
I was
crash
thinking of
test.
that. I was
nobody
thinking of
nobody
that.
likes Test Track 2.0. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Eric and I haven't been on Test Track 3.0, but this is, you're right, a very you are the story of this
Mhm.
episode or of this episode of this attraction. So I like this pick, but it doesn't matter what I think. Ryan, what do you think of Dinosaur here going? And again, it's just taking those attractions that Disney's like, these aren't good enough anymore.
Um, Let me first off say RIP to Dinosaur. I'm very
Hey,
upset that they're
R.I.P.
taking
Yeah.
man,
her away. Like, part of the
R.I.P.
reason why I'm going on a trip next month is to get on Dinosaur. But
Shoot, that means she can go
actually
on
the
it.
motion
Dang
sickness
it.
does not hurt me on this one.
Oh,
So
thank goodness.
Shoot.
I will say I didn't think of it like that, but I do think you are the center of attention, especially let's go get that dino.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. A guy totally throwing you into harm's danger so that he doesn't
Right.
have to. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually a really messed up
Why you
storyline, but
we I guess we could have picked him for our villain show
could
last
have.
time.
You could have. Yeah. Could have picked him for the villains. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's a good pick here in round three. Round three for me, I have no idea where I'm going now. I have no notes. The first two were my like, oh, that's center of attention. Now, um, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. There's one that I'm like, yeah, I like that, but it's very politicking. Um,
Hmm.
you know what? There is one. And this is going to throw the motion sickness to the to the trap. We're done. I know she hasn't been on it. But you were right next to my favorite roller coaster in Walt Disney World. Well, I guess maybe before Guardians. I love Guardians, but take me over to Hollywood Studios. Get me one last time on Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith because you are literally being taken to a rock and roll concert. And I don't care what they do with the Muppets. It is not going to be that cool of a storyline compared to Aerosmith wants you to go to a show and they have to totally CGI Steven Tyler's hand because he's making weird gestures and all this kind of stuff. Take it at least one more time in this draft. Give me Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith here in round three, Eric.
I had it on my list. It
Ah,
was
all
it was
right.
one of the nine that I
Very
wrote
good.
down. For that reason. You're
Mm-hmm.
rushing to the show. You needed to
Mm-hmm.
get in the vehicle, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I totally agree with that pick. I like what you did there. But again, not up to me. It's Ryan's choice.
It's Ryan's choice. I'm so worried about this because that's a intense roller coaster.
Do not be worried. I get on that every single
Let's
time. Every
go!
single time. I I agree. I'm very upset they're changing it to Muppets. I want to rock with Aerosmith forever. I want to rock
Hmm.
with G-Force Records. I really do. I think that's a good pick. You really are the center of attention where it's like, let's get some backstage passes. You take
Hmm.
off. You really are the center of attention going 60 miles per hour on a track.
Oh,
So I
so
think that's a
cool.
great pick. It's one of my favorite roller coasters. So no motion sickness here. So
Hey,
good pick.
we'll take it. I will say I am excited to see what they do with the Muppets.
Same.
I'm excited, and we talked about it on a past draft, and I saw this on some other podcast that this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to the Muppets. They're getting an e-ticket attraction. This is a
Hmm.
Right.
huge. Everybody's mad about Muppet Vision 3D being gone. I like that show. Did I go every single time I went? I'm going to be honest, no. But the Muppets deserve a spot in the theme parks, and now they're getting an e-ticket attraction that is one of the best roller coasters that you'll go on.
Right.
So and eventually they're probably gonna put Muppet Vision 3D in that theater back there. It'd be a weird thing to not continue the Muppets in that courtyard area. I don't know. That whole thing is so weird. Oh, look, it's Lightning McQueen right next to Rock and Roller Coaster. Now we're gonna make it about the villains. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, Rock and Roller Coaster, a good spot here in round 3. I'm glad that she's been on it and she likes it, because I was like, oh wait, no, this totally makes you the center of attention. Wait, we'll see how this goes. But Eric, we moved to round 4.
We moved to round 4, so I am gonna get both picks that I wanted at 3 and 4. Thank goodness.
Good for you.
Oh,
You got it.
will it pay
And
off in
5.
the end? We
And
don't know.
5.
And
Ridiculous.
5. So I won't waste too much time, leading into what I'm going to pick here, but it's another attraction where you are being recruited. And I don't know if you necessarily realize it right out of the gate, but Christian, we talked about it on the Villain Show.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to go here. Yep.
Yep, and you would be right, because it is my favorite attraction of all
Yeah.
time, and DTM fans know that already where I'm going with this, but he wants you to be number 1,000. There's 999 happy haunts running around. There's room for one more, and the whole time the ghost host wants you to be that final one. So I'm taking Haunted Mansion here at number 4 to round out my non-required picks.
That's a good pick. I was thinking about Haunted Mansion for round 4, and I was like, maybe Eric will punt this. Maybe he won't think about it, but he did.
He thought about it.
And Haunted Mansion goes here in round 4. Ryan, what do you think of you being the star of that attraction? Because they're trying to make you the 1,000th ghost.
That's a good pick. Also, if you see me look down, it's just me putting your picks on like my
I'm-
notes app. So if you see that, I promise I'm paying attention.
I'm doing the same exact thing. So no.
I'm the only one who
Oh,
doesn't
I
care about the list.
think-
I'm just like,
I think that's a good pick. That's just honestly like a classic. Like, just, you can't say it's not. It's a classic. And you really are the center of attention, especially in the room, the wall stretching, the getting on the ride. You're in your own little doom buggy. You are the center of attention for all the ghosts. So I think that's a good pick, especially moving back to MK all across the parks. At first, when you said recruited, I was like, oh, is he talking about Flight of Passage? Because you know how you're like in that room, like moving around. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
thought. But when I heard the 1,000, good pick. Haunted
Flight of
Mansion.
Passage
I like
is
it.
such an odd. Like, it was such a everybody's favorite, and now it's slowly just hitting
It's had a
lower.
weird life so far.
Very
man.
weird decline. And we've said it on a previous show. They need to change the video on that attraction. Like, that can be updated. Do a new storyline. Give us something else. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Two new movies, I mean,
Yeah, there are 2 new movies coming out. You have the opportunity. But a good round 4 here, Haunted Mansion. Yeah, Eric's favorite, blah, 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 blah. And so for my round 4 pick, I'm also going to go to my favorite attraction at the Magic Kingdom. Give me Aladdin's Magic. I'm totally kidding. We're not doing that. Anyway,
I almost wrote it down.
it's the stupidest ride. It's the stupidest ride. I'm knocking things over in the
I was
room.
like,
because
oh, okay.
she's like, I cannot wait to hear how he spins this. That is going to be some
Oh my
serious
goodness.
politicking to make that a good attraction. Anyway, get rid of it. Get rid of it now, Disney. If there's not an announcement, there's been people saying like, oh, if there's not an announcement about Figment at the next D23 event, they're gonna like raise hell. If there's not an announcement about Aladdin's Magic Orbits, I'm gonna be furious. Get rid of it. What are we doing, people?
Christian said, just make a third Dumbo.
Seriously, it is a third Dumbo.
I know, yeah,
But it
make
doesn't
an actual
even. Why isn't it an adventure? Anyway,
because they had room. That's literally it.
I know, it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. All right, so you went to Animal Kingdom. You went to Hollywood Studios. You didn't go to Epcot. You went to Magic Kingdom. I went to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, but there's really not another attraction I can take at Hollywood Studios about this. I guess maybe, or I'm sorry, not at Hollywood Studios, at Animal Kingdom. I guess maybe back when there was that huge storyline of Kilimanjaro Safari of like you were
Right.
going to save the elephants, and
Right.
it was a really dark storyline for a little while. But now we're not there. So I'm going to go to Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom. And I'm going to go with a ride that no one thought was going to be taken on this draft. Give me the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover on this draft, because when you make that, that slow turn and then you can see the castle and you're just like in your big Disney moment. That is your Disney World moment. Give me the Tomorrowland Transit. Give me the people. Don't call it TTA. Who cares? It's called the People Mover. We miss it out here on the West Coast. Ryan gets to go on it all the time when she's on the East Coast, and she actually goes down to Florida because she doesn't live in Florida. Not going to tell you all where she lives. That would be breach of contracts and everything. But make sure that you get on the People Mover and take in those moments. There are a bunch of moments on that, but really that moment you come around and see the castle, I feel like, Ryan, that is my Disney moment right there. Oh, Eric's applauding for the politicking, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I'm just trying. Here we are.
That applause was 100% for the politicking. Yeah. Boy, did you sell that one.
I think it's a big moment.
The People Mover the People Mover is my second favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom. It's always the first one I go to.
And you would have never thought about it on this list.
No, because it doesn't put you in the middle of Anyway, I'm not going to... I'll just
Ryan, what do you think?
I love the way you politicked that.
Hey, we'll take it.
Like,
You're
if
so
I don't
wrong.
get on the People Mover at Magic Kingdom, it is a problem.
Mhm.
Like, if you say no, I'm getting on it. You can sit on the bench. Like, I agree. You really are the center of attention. You have the whole spiel that you're listening to, especially that corner when you see the cap. Yes, you go inside Space Mountain. It's like your own little personal tour. I love it. It's perfect for people watching. It's just a nice little relax. Like, if you don't like the People Mover, I really don't know what to say.
I was going to say,
Also,
it's a nice little relaxing thing if you aren't being screamed at by a roller coaster right as you go by it.
Right.
Because that is a terrifying moment when you go into Space Mountain and they're ah! Like, ugh.
Right.
Or you get the great moment.
I'm usually the one screaming, so if you hear that, that's me. Usually.
Or you could be lucky when you go in there and maybe the lights are turned on and you get to
Yes,
see
that's the
all
coolest.
inside of the dome there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Right. But I think that's a super good pick. I love the People Mover.
Hey.
Also feel really bad that you guys don't have your People Mover. I hope you get it back because
We won't.
We
won't.
can't. We actually can't. We
There's-
can talk
there's
about that
physical-
off camera.
yeah, we'll talk about it off camera. But if you're holding out for the People Mover coming back to California, invest in Bitcoin. Do whatever you want to do.
You have a better chance.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery than that ever happening again. Anyway, Eric, we moved to round 4, or round 5. But stop everything. Start the rolling credits. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. We're in Star Wars. I'm sorry, everybody. I know you had to listen to that.
Yeah, it sounded exactly like it.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
pal.
Maybe I should. Can I dub the music over? Did we have? I don't want to get.
I
hit
ain't
on
paying
YouTube.
for that.
I don't want to hit on YouTube.
I ain't
Anyway,
paying for
I'm just
that.
going with what
Yeah.
I did then. Yeah, it was totally not the right music. But we're going to a galaxy far, far away, specifically for our guest judge, Ryan, who is a huge Star Wars fan, and our producer, Carl, who is a huge Star Wars fan. We're talking Star Wars here in round 5. Let's go, Eric.
Yeah, Rise. Thank you.
Dang it.
That. I don't think I really need to say anything else.
All right, then. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you should say something else. Give us something.
I will. I'm just being funny. Look, you're a prisoner. You're being transported. You're part of the rebellion. You get caught. I'm not sure there's a ride in all of Disney parks that puts you at the center of attention more than this one. I mean, look, we made our case for the other 4 selections, right? Rise of the Resistance. It is you. You are the one who's you and everybody around you. You are all in the
7
middle
other people, not really the focus. Anyway,
oh, wow.
Politicking now. Here we are.
It makes every single person feel like they're part of the Star Wars story itself. Like you're in it. I remember the first time I went on it, and I was like, I don't want to say it was the first time I felt like I was transported outside of Disneyland, like and literally somewhere else, but
yeah.
It very well may have been, because even it was new when I was an adult, so I'm a lot more in touch with my feelings nowadays. So it's like, when you first go in there and you're just like, did I really just get intercepted by the First Order? Like, did this? And they really make you feel like you did. And I mean, for the whole time, it's like it feels like you're kind of in control and you're not. I mean that what else says you being the star of the story more than that?
I thought you said you weren't going to say anything about it, and now you're just going on and on about how this ride is just a. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to get
I have a lot to
Ryan's
say about it.
thoughts
I just
before I give my thoughts because all the DTM fans know my thoughts on this already.
Mhm.
Ryan, what do you think of Rise of the Resistance going here in round 5?
I personally think that is an amazing pick. If I could go on Rise all day long without like a 80-minute wait, I would.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it is absolutely fantastic. It is so immersive. Disney did an incredible job with that attraction. I really don't know what else to say. Honestly, it's just I personally like the sequels. I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers. I personally love the sequels.
I liked them.
So I am in love with that attraction. The Stormtrooper room is insane. Same
Mhm.
with the interrogation room with Kylo, and you can feel the room vibrating. Yeah, you definitely feel like you're the center of attention, even though you do have 7 people with you. But you kind of just
Yeah, you
feel
do.
like it's you, honestly, getting snatched by the First
Mhm.
Order and trying to escape. So I think that is an excellent pick. So right here.
Should we? Ryan. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you have any bubble wrap, you might want to go wrap yourself in it about what Christian's about to say. So,
No, I'm thinking about maybe not saying it because I think it's an
You can say
okay
it. I
it's an okay attraction. It's overhyped. I will say it's not an 85-minute wait attraction. That's what I'll say. I will wait max an hour for it.
he wants the vehicle to move 78 miles an
I
hour.
do,
Is
I
basically
do want it
what
to
it
move
boils down
78
to.
hours. I do. I want it to be more physical thrill, not just emotional thrill. Sorry, it's just Anyway,
that's
I
okay.
will say I was at Disneyland last night, like 35-minute wait on it. Um,
Nice.
I didn't go on it because I have a 3-year-old with me. So and he's so close. We're so
He's right there too. Yeah.
close, man.
Oh man.
But he's not there yet. So we'll get there. But he has been. Um, he loves Star Wars. He's a little Star Wars guy. He loves the Star Wars stuff. So, except he doesn't love the little like Star Wars little show that's on Disney Plus. He's not the biggest fan, but I mean, no big Star Wars fan is. So it's I mean, some people like the show, some people don't. Anyway, I still would have chosen that if I had the first pick. Because you're right, it does make you the center of attention. So it's a good pick here in round 5.
I think
But
the good news is, and I whether or not it's a spoiler, I really don't care at this point. But all three of the Star Wars attractions do
have a
make
moment.
you the
Yep.
center. Yeah. So yeah.
Yep. But that puts me on a simulator attraction
Hmm.
for the last round, and Ryan doesn't love motion. So this is going to be a very choppy option here. Um, I hate 3D. I hate being the engineer on Millennium Falcon. Like, there's many different options here. Um, there is a moment on Star Tours where you are the rebel spy, and that's super cool. But nothing in the Disney parks compares to being the pilot that gets to jump to light speed. Give me Star Wars Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run here in round 5. I mean, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that moment where that stupid lever lights up and you're just like, okay, everybody, here we go. Bang. And especially when I'm in the other pilot section and I just reach over and do the same thing and make that person really sad because they didn't get to do it. It is the coolest moment. It's the moment as a Star Wars fan, as a kid, you dream of that moment. Give it to me. Hit the hyperdrive. Let's go.
I might have a hot take about that attraction, and I don't know how everybody else feels, but my favorite way to experience it is to make sure nobody is sitting behind you when you're in the gunner seat, because then you get to do the gunner and the engineer at the same time, and that is a trip. So that's my favorite way to experience it. It doesn't happen often, right? Because they're trying to be
Yeah.
efficient, fill every seat. But there's been a couple times where nobody sat behind me, and I got to do both. And we are working.
You also get to experience that if you are sitting in front of my son, who is the engineer, because he can't reach any of the buttons, but he's tall enough to go on the ride. Kind of wonder what they were thinking there. So yeah, he was and by the way, total liability at left pilot as well. His first time he went on the ride, he got left pilot, and I was doing both jobs, and that sounds fun. It was stressful. That's all I'm going to say. Ryan, what do you think of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run going here in round 5?
I think that's actually a really good pick. Now, this is gonna shock you.
She hasn't been on it.
Well, took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, shoot. Gosh
So
darn it.
I was like, it happened to Eric, but now it's gonna happen to
Gosh
Christian.
darn it. Yeah,
It's
we
like
bookended
honestly,
that,
the
didn't
only
we?
reason is because like I'm always on Reddit. I'm like, am I gonna get sick? Am I gonna get sick? Am I gonna get sick? Because like I want to get on it. It looks incredibly
Right.
fun. I want to go at light speed. I want to see it. I want to feel like I really want to be a pilot. I want to do it all. But I'm just not sure if my body's gonna handle it.
Yeah.
But I do think that that is an excellent pick based off what I've seen. I think it's an incredible pick, especially just feeling immersed like you're literally in the Millennium Falcon. It's literally about you. No matter whether you're a pilot or in the back or doing whatever, pressing buttons, you feel like you are the center of attention, like your job is important. It's literally about you. Like you're gonna have to fly this thing, so you do it. So I think that's an excellent pick, honestly.
That
I
is
feel-
also that's also the reason why I almost went with Mission Space earlier in this draft. But anyway,
Pushing the buttons.
it's you have the buttons to push, and you're important, and you got the little joystick thing that you have to pretend like you're flying. Anyway,
Dude, I got motion sickness on there.
I know it's not great.
Look, I mean, if Ryan, for you, and this isn't me being like, oh, you have to do it because I don't know what you experience, but like if you can somehow get the right pilot position, in my opinion, and you're the one making the movements. I don't know if that helps, right? Because yeah, you're playing a video game. You're playing a video game. You just happen to be in the vehicle. So you have the screen, right? And you see everything that's happening. If you're the one steering it, I don't know if that would help you, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can ask
Yeah,
for that
that's-
next time.
Well, yeah, and that,
Honestly,
but
I can handle Star Tours. So if it's something similar to
If
that,
it
if
is,
you can
it is
handle
very
Star
similar.
Tours, you can do. I
You
would
can
do
still,
Star
I would
Tours
still
route.
try to get pilot, but
Okay.
because that at least gives you some control on it. But
And
yeah, if
when
you-
you're doing one of the positions, right, you're kind of focused on the task. You don't
Right.
realize everything's moving around you. I don't know if
Right.
that makes sense or if that helps.
no,
us.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at us on Drafting the Magic, encouraging people to face their fears and face their phobias and face
Oh,
their
yeah.
sickness, and then
And tell
we're
them
gonna get
forget
people sick, Eric.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. No, we don't know what your physical limitations are, but forget those.
Now, I will say, unfortunately, I know it's a fan favorite, but Guardians, I went on it once, never again.
Oh,
My
yeah.
body did not like that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that one's gonna be. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's okay. So, full disclosure, I had a medical procedure done recently, and I don't know how I'm going to handle that the first time I get near it.
Yeah.
And I've heard, different things too. Christian tells me like you'll be fine.
My wife tells you you're not.
Right. So like I don't know either. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good ride.
What we should do
Fun.
is
It's just, I was
There's a
listening
lot
to
of movement.
Conga and I was like, please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. Like, literally.
I got
We need
Conga
to-
too. Everybody says Conga's the worst one. Anyway,
we should do a social media collab where like I'm on the East Coast and you're out here. You do smugglers here because you've never been to Disneyland, and we're like, on Instagram or whatever. Like, all right, I'm doing it, and you're like, all right, here I go, and then both of us pass out in 12 seconds. It'll be great.
Right.
I just want to, for the politicking of the show, one of us isn't rooting for you to pass out. Anyway, that's when you're making your decision. Anyway, that is the end of our draft. I think a pretty good draft.
Yeah.
But before we go any further, Ryan, are there any moments where you are the star of the attraction that Eric and I missed? Are there any big ones that you're thinking that you're like, man, you really should have gotten on Autopia because you're the driver? Or I'm sorry, Tomorrowland Speedway. Sorry, I named a different attraction that shouldn't be there. Anyway, Ryan, are there anything that you're thinking here?
Actually, I do like the Speedway, I will say. I'm kidding.
Whoa!
No, I really do love the Speedway.
She said
I honestly
Tomorrowland's
think
her
you guys
favorite.
hit the nail on the head. I think there's a lot of attractions, so it's honestly kind of hard to pick it, and you can politic it this way or that way, but I think you guys honestly had some great picks, so I think you did good. I personally right now can't think of anything else. I probably can later, but right now off the top of my head, I think you guys did a great job with choosing.
The one
I
I,
will-
was thinking of that I was like, oh no, that can't be, because that's way more of a stage show than an attraction was Epic Stunt Show Spectacular over at Indy. Because like they literally bring guests into the show, but it's but it's
Yeah.
listed as an attract. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Eric, what
I
were you
will
gonna say?
say,
It's way more
out of
important.
the out of the 9 that I listed, there was only one we didn't pick.
Ooh.
So
Well, don't say it until
I
after the
won't. No,
judging.
I won't say it till after. Don't worry.
All right. Eric, that
Yeah.
is our draft. Run down the lists and remind everybody at home and Ryan, even though she's got it all written down on her notes app right in front of her because she's a guest judge that cares about the integrity of this show. Run it down, and then we will get to the final judgment.
All right. Christian picked second today, but his list started with Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Then he went Spaceship Earth, Rock and Roller Coaster, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, and the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I had number 1 overall pick today. I went the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania, Dinosaur Haunted Mansion, and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And with all that being said, we will turn it over to Ryan, who won this episode of Drafting the Magic.
Okay. Amazing picks from both Eric and Christian. I loved all the picks. The politicking for all of them was absolutely great. I loved
She's
it.
a politician. She's like, everybody did good. We love this.
But I will say today's winner is, drumroll please.
Oh gosh.
You can add that effect in later, Christian.
We'll do it.
It's definitely Eric.
Dang it!
Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
I will say what really got me was Dinosaur. I love Dinosaur so much.
Oh, that's
I really do.
crazy.
I know people probably thought I couldn't handle it because of motion sickness, but I can. The left to right, let's go get that dino. Definitely center of attention.
That's such a good one.
I have noticed, and I don't know if it's true for you, just based on what we've been talking about here today, that motion sickness a lot of the time has to do with the simulator attractions, right?
Probably.
So yeah, so like the Star Tours, Smuggler's Run, Tower of Terror's drop. That the drop is that's a different thing, but yeah, a lot of the times it's motion simulators and drops. Those are the hard ones. That's why I was a little scared about Rise of the Resistance, to be honest, because I don't know how you feel about the drop.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, give me a yeehaw on that drop. I love that drop.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Well, and
I love it. I'm a mix. You just never know with me.
They do a good job of not making it feel like a drop. Like you really do feel like you're just being released. So it is a little different, even though that system is the same one they use on Tower of Terror. So it's the same mechanics.
Maybe one day I'll venture out and do Tower. I'll have to update you guys on that.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Again, we didn't tell you to go on that ride.
Those Rise is my second favorite Disney attraction, so it was hard to not go with that one. But I will say, Christian, I do love the Monsters Inc. one. I think that was a really good one. Definitely the People Mover and Rock and Roller Coaster. For sure.
I did not have People Mover being one of the ones I would have gotten credit for in this draft. So
I think that's a great pick. I really do. Like, the People Mover is just everyone likes that. If you don't, I don't really know what to say. But I think that's a really good one. That's just a classic. It's really good. I like the way you politic that. So extra brownie points for you.
And I guess it is the only attraction named after the guests.
That's true.
For using pronouns.
We move the people.
People.
We move the people. There's one that I was kind of contemplating was Jungle Cruise, because the whole point of that is that you're getting the jokes. But if there's anything on that ride that means anything, the skipper is definitely the center of attention. They're making themselves the center of attention as I bump the microphone and make everyone at home hate my.
Nobody heard it.
Oh, good. All right. Well, then, I'm glad I acknowledged something that didn't happen. Anyway, but then I was kind of teetering on that one of like, no, that's definitely more the skipper is the center of attention. Eric, what was the one that you were saying you had on your list but you didn't use?
The only other one that you control, Buzz.
Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. I was thinking about Buzz. I'm so excited for the new Buzz out there, man. That's gonna be a good one. I just kicked the microphone again, and I don't know if you all heard it or not, but I did it again anyway. Oh, what does this show come to? Anyway, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Drafting the Magic. We had a blast with you, even though you gave Eric the win, his 4th win in a row, by the way, folks. I am sinking. I am a ship that is sinking.
Christian,
I know.
You gotta fix that.
Girl, I know. I don't know how, though. I tried with the People Mover, and that was not a great play.
Hey, that answer is a win in my heart, okay?
Oh, my gosh. Listen, and he had rice. Like, what am I supposed to do? Go? Come on. What are we, nuts? Anyway, this is dumb. Anyway,
And full disclosure, because as well, when right before we started recording, I didn't remember that I had the first pick. So
fair enough. That's true. No, that's true. We had decided that before we remembered. Anyway,
before we remembered anything.
Ryan, thank you so much. Before you go, tell everybody where they can find you one more time and how they can follow all your fun Disney content.
Yeah, so on Instagram and TikTok, I'm mainly active on my Instagram. So it's Ryann Chanel 31. So it's RYANN, so extra N, and then CHANEL 31. And then that's me on Instagram. So yeah.
Fantastic. Ryan, thanks for joining the show. We hope you had a blast because we sure did.
I had a blast. Thank you for having me. Loved it.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
4. That's 4. 4 in a row. 4 in a row.
I won't be worried until it gets to like 6, 7. Anyway, sorry. I'm so sorry.
You did the right thing.
Producer Carl hates me.
You did the right thing. I approve. I'm good with it.
Oh, I have to hear that every single day of my life working at a school. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Bonus points for People Mover now, just because you did that.
Gee, thanks. I'll take your bonus points, Eric. Oh my gosh, what a good draft! This was a topic I was worried about. Turned into a really good one. You get the dub again. Ryan was fantastic. Big shout out to her, and a thanks to her for joining the show. Man, dude, I'm in a rut.
It happens. This isn't the first time. You'll come back.
I know. Maybe if I can win a Disney World draft, even though you haven't been there in 10 years.
That's the weird thing, is it keeps being Disney World drafts.
I need to get back to Disneyland. I do better on this coast, I guess. I don't know.
You're about to wipe the floor with me once you get back from Disney World, so we'll be looking forward to that in May.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We need to get like the holidays. Maybe I can do a holiday draft. Maybe I could win a holiday draft. We've done a holiday draft before with Trent Rush way back in the day. Angels broadcaster Trent Rush. He was our guest judge for that.
You better hurry up and get it under the wire, because I have to go to the parks here in the next month and a half, and I will be. So that means I'm just going to gain more selections.
That's fair. Dude, the food that they've released, I'm so excited for the holidays.
Yeah, me
anyway,
too.
That's not what we're talking about for this draft. This draft was that main character moment. And a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones here for Walt Disney World. I can't wait to do this on Disneyland side as well. Maybe a different rule. Maybe we don't have a Star Wars fan like Ryan was out here. So maybe we can change things up, and I don't have to get pigeonholed into taking Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I'm all I'm saying. But
we'll make ourselves have to pick a roller coaster, because there's
not many.
Nope. And you're really going to have to explain yourself when you pick one of those.
Oh, that was good. Well, big thanks to everybody who helped out the show today. Make sure you like and subscribe on this show so that we can keep doing this and have some more fun. Big thanks to the Main Street Dudes for the shirts. Producer Carl, Eric, myself all got hooked up with some great swag. You got to go over to cornerofmain.com. Make sure that you check out the Main Street Dude stuff. They've got some really cool shirts on their thing. Big thanks to producer Carl, and Eric, a thank you to you for being here for 54 episodes, man. We are rolling.
We made it to the second half of the century. How about that?
Unbelievable. Will we get to 55, or will it be 3 months until we do that show? You'll have to tune in to see. Big thanks. That's Eric. No, dang it. I screwed it up. That's Eric. No, I had it right. No.
You were right.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.